So again, we're looking for this hash function h, where h of x equals h of y means that x and y must be the same thing. That's what we need for integrity of message sends. If we have this kind of hash function, then it's not only useful for checking message integrity, it can be used to check document integrity. So sometimes you will see that files available for download from a site are accompanied with a big hash code like this to help ensure that you are getting the document that you meant to. Just as an example, if we go to the Racket download site and look at more installers in checksum, then we have the links for Racket for different programs, and next to that is this hash code that can be used to double check that when you download the installer that you've chosen, compute its checksum and make sure your download wasn't corrupted and that it wasn't redirected to some malicious replacement for Racket. Of course, the link here and the hash code, they're both in the same place in this case, so someone who takes over this web page could change both of them, but sometimes these links and the associated hash code propagate out into different places, and so having a check that the link in one place matches the hash code in another place can be a useful extra layer of security. You can also use the hash code of a document as a way of proving that you have a document without actually revealing the document right away. For example, if I show you this hash code today, and 3 weeks later I give you download me, you could double check that it has the hash code I predicted, and so you would know I must have had those bits way back when I gave you the hash code. So these are some uses that are not directly about our use of hash codes for integrity, but that you get by having these same properties that we need. Another use similar to that one is you can use the hash code to remember the content of that document that someone else must know to see if they have that document in the future. And while that may not be as useful for documents, it's especially used for passwords. In the passwords, we can store just the hash code, and then every time the user presents the password to us, we can double check that the hash code maps what we've stored. We're going to talk more about this use in a little bit.